Hello, good people. I would like to welcome you to another episode of T.WADE's to the point. And we're going to get to the point. We're going to get to the point. We're going to talk about some things today. Um, we're going to cover a couple of things. I'm going to make it short and sweet because the brother got to work. Got to make that cash money. The government ain't giving out free money like it was not too long ago. But that's okay. We're gonna do this anyway. We got a sweet topic to talk about today. We are gonna talk about facts not caring about your feelings. Okay. Now, one, I want to thank you all for joining in. It's been a minute in my absence. Life has taken place, so it's been kind of hard to maintain everything. So I had to take just a little sabbatical, just a little one, so that I could do what I had to do, and then come back and take care of business because business is important. It's important to take care of business, and I had to take care of home business first because home comes first. You got to take care of home first. You've got to make sure home is taken care of. So that's what I did. But we're gonna talk tonight about facts versus feelings, or facts in line with feelings. And you can hit me up. Let me know if you agree or don't agree. And what did I say? Because what I'm saying is part fact, part opinion. But we're gonna get into it, okay? Um, we're gonna get right to the point. So, okay, a few months ago, I was online at work. I spend the last couple of hours. I'll put on the online stuff and I'll get to going. See what's new. And there's a lot of stuff going on, especially politically. There's a lot going on. So we try to make sure that I stay abreast as to what's going on. Um, it just so happens, I don't know if y'all know who Ben Shapiro is, activist, has a lot of opinions. Some of them I agree with, some of them I don't. He's a Republican, you know, and I don't always leave my political views out for people like that. I have a couple that I make, most people know where I stand politically, but I try not to throw that out there because that becomes a big conversation. But it is the conversation right now to have, because there's a lot going on. And sidebar to that, make sure you get out there and vote this year. Make sure you do what you have to do. Do your due diligence because people fought long and hard for us to have that right. Whether or not the powers that be allow us to exercise it, well, that's another topic for another day. But definitely exercise your right. Also, look into Project 25. Read up on it so that you know what's going on with it. You know what it is and what it entails. I read it. It's not as peachy and creamy as they put it out there to be, but again, that's my opinion on it. It's really not. I think there's a lot to be desired on that. Like that's a huge. It's let's just say it's going to take us backwards a little, and I'd rather not go backwards. I'd rather go forward. So yeah, just keep your eye on that. Project 25. Look into that. Now going back to Ben Shapiro, who's an activist. Okay, he came up. He didn't create the saying, but he got it from another activist, and he's been using it. So when I heard it, I was like, whoa, okay. But he had been talking about the trans community, and he literally let it be known that facts don't care about your feelings. And when he said it made me pause. It put me in pause mode, and I'm like, is that a true statement? Is that's what's real? Um, and the more I thought about it, the more I started to apply it because he applies it to the trans community. I'm quite sure he would probably apply it to other communities or other topics, but I apply it to other topics. Like, I mean, here's my thing, and it's factual in this statement. You can care about something all day long. If your care goes against, if there's a topic and you have a problem with that topic, but what you're talking on or what you're seeing or what you're dealing with is against what you feel, well, if it's facts, you can't rebuttal facts. You can try, you can attempt. We see it every day, but you can't rebuttal what you feel. Like it is, you can't rebuttal facts. Your feelings are feelings. Now let's not get it twisted and say that your feelings don't matter, because feelings matter all the way around. Feelings do matter, but facts don't cancel out. Feelings don't cancel out your facts. If I tell you this bottle's red and you tell me you're upset with me because, well, you think the bottle's blue when it's actually red, and now you're mad. Okay, well, guess what? Facts don't care about your feelings. Sorry that you feel that way. However, the bottle's red, and that's a fact. Um, and that's just an example of what I'm saying. Like what I'm trying to get to, elude to. We have a lot of things that come up in life, and people get upset about opinions, or people get upset about statements that are made, and sometimes some things are factual. Now, the way that we say things, yeah, they can be twisted, they can be off, and yeah, that'll spur up bad feelings. But if you look at the facts, what are the facts saying? Are the facts saying that this is good, this is okay? Are the facts saying, well, you can't debate a fact. Like I was at work for hours trying to figure out something that would make sense to what the statement says. Facts, feelings, facts, feelings. Facts are factual. They are what they are. Feelings come based on how you feel about those facts, based on what you think about those facts. So we can take that into a whole lot of consideration into other areas. Okay, now we can take Kamala Harris, who's running for president right now. We can say, not to take it into the not to take it into the political, but we can say, okay, a lot of people are upset with her. Some people are upset. You got a lot of males out there. I got online, and a lot of my brothers are like, I ain't voting for her. She put men in prison. She put black men in prison. Okay, she was a prosecutor. She didn't go door to door looking for these people. So she could say, okay, you on the front porch, come over here. Get up and back, gotta take you to jail. It's nothing like that. Like, she didn't go out looking for people. You got put in her crosshairs. When you got put in her crosshairs, it was because you were arrested. You were arrested for, say, smoking pot. You were arrested for smoking marijuana. You had marijuana on you more than the allowed amount. So they cart you off to jail. In the process, your file hits her desk. She prosecutes the case. You're mad because she put you in jail. I'm a black man. She's a black woman. She shouldn't be putting us in jail. She's putting a lot of men in jail. She's breaking up families. Well, the fact, before we talk about your feelings, the fact is you decided to break a law. Now, how you feel about that law don't really matter, because at the end of the day, it's still a law, and the law says what you just did there with that was wrong. So now you face judgment on that law. Doesn't matter. The fact remains you got caught out there. Normally, you want to stay up under the radar. When a plane goes into enemy territory, when a plane goes into enemy territory, they stay under the radar, because they fly high, they're noticed, they're in the radar. You go up under the radar, and then you get caught, and then you get mad because you got caught, and then you blame the person who's prosecuting you because you got caught and they're trying to put you in jail for the crime that you committed that you don't feel you should have been committed. You should have been charged with because what's the harm? It is what it is. Like you can't. Your feelings matter. They do matter, but they don't dismiss the facts. So, like, if you're on a stand, a witness stand, and they say, "Well, I feel," the lawyer's going to say, "Well, I didn't ask you what you feel. This is about your feelings. I want to know what the facts are. What did you know? What did you do? What did you see? What did you hear? Not what did you feel?" Because facts is what everybody's looking at. That's what everybody's looking for. Facts matter. Well, it's it's a thing. Well, now when it comes to personal, I decided to venture in and go a little deeper. Okay, where else can this be applied? It can be applied in relationships. Okay, if you're in a relationship and you have a situation where, okay, say for example, you're a guy, she's unhappy because you don't spend time with her. Every night you're gone, you come back, you go right to bed. This is a every night thing. You spend no time whatsoever. But when she gets mad about it, now you're angry at her. Well, the fact is, you're not spending any time with her. None. You're not spending the time that she needs with her. You're not giving her any type of attention whatsoever. Does she have a right to be upset? Yes. Now you're mad. Oh, well, the facts are that you don't spend time with her. The facts don't care that you feel unhappy about her being unhappy. You didn't spend any time with her. That's a fact. So if that's a fact, they don't really care about your feelings. Her feelings are hurt because of something you did. Now, that's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact. It's kind of it's kind of hard to rebuttal anything that's a fact that can be proven. Like and again, like if there's anything that you can come up with that you see for yourself that is, it's a fact. If you see where there's a way that it could be rebutted, let me know. Like I'm at work all day long and I'm working my behind off. Okay. And my numbers are high. Okay. My boss comes and it's like, well, you could do more. We would like for you to do more. Okay, well, the fact is I've done my share of work. Like I've gone above and beyond already. You want me to push and do more? Yeah, well, we know you're capable of doing even more. Well, the fact of the matter is, I'm understanding that you feel that way. I'm glad you feel that way, but at the end of the day, the fact of the matter is, I've already gone above and beyond, and I give more than I need to give to begin with. So those are facts. Doesn't matter that you're what you feel I can give. Like at the end of the day, I'm going to give what I can give. That's me. I'm going to give what I give, and that's going to be my all. You can't get mad at me because I'm not giving you what you want when you've already set a standard, and this is the standard you want me to achieve. I've achieved that for you. I've done above and beyond. You know, when it comes to when it comes to anything that I could think of at that particular time. There was nothing that I could put into play that would rebuttal a fact using feeling. And again, feelings matter. If I tell you my feelings are hurt over something that you've done, that matters. That matters. If I tell you this song makes me sad, if I tell you the facts of the matter are you murdered Johnny, that's a fact. You murdered him. Okay. I feel bad. You probably feel bad. But the fact of the matter is, Johnny's gone. You killed Johnny. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, I need someone to possibly think up a way where emotions would override the facts. Like people got upset with Ben Shapiro because him and his activist friend because they using that slogan, especially the trans community. Now I'm of a mind, do what you do all day long. I whatever you do, you do. That's on you. It has nothing to do with me. I'm your friend regardless. Life goes on. I agree. You should be able to do what you want to do. That's fine. That's you all day. Do you? When what you do affects me, then that becomes a problem. Then that becomes a problem. If I have to change my life because of choices that you're making for you, my mindset is no, that's not a go for me. So the fact of the matter is, you are you, I'm me. My life shouldn't be dependent on what I do, shouldn't be dependent on what you want in my life, what you want from me. There are a lot of things that are factual in life. There are a lot of things that people have to deal with on a regular basis. And for them, a lot of things include their feelings. A lot of things are about their feelings. A lot of things are thought about through the way that they feel. Feelings tend to run a lot of people. And then some people feel that the facts can be dismissed, so to speak, because of the way they feel about those facts. That's not the case. That's not true. That's not how that works. Because a fact is a fact. It is. Like I don't understand, you know, anger behind somebody wanting to stand behind a fact that carries the truth with it. Like it baffles me. I've got so much going on in my head right now. It's hard to really like circumvent it all. But at the end of the day, you need to make sure that you stand your ground on how you feel. I'm a person that I used to walk around telling my wife all the time, it's if it doesn't make logical sense to me, if it's not logical, I can't get with it. Okay. And I look for the logic in everything I do. I'm not always logical, and everybody has different levels of logical thinking that they do. But at the end of the day, when it comes to me, I tend to think on things in a logical perspective according to what I think is logical. So if you do something that's illogical, or you want to do something that's illogical, or you believe in something that's illogical to me, then I can't get with it. I'm not even gonna say, oh, I can't sometimes or always. I don't get with it often. There are a lot of times when I don't agree with stuff and I don't ride with it. And I think there's many people out there. And at the end of the day, if it's my logic is my fact. It's what I believe. It's how I feel. So if I say something is logical to me, then I can get with that. Now, does it mean I won't participate or go into something with someone because I feel it's illogical? No, there are plenty of times I've agreed to do I would things that I didn't feel were logical. I dismissed them. I just did. I dismissed them because I didn't. For me, it's like I just can't do it. But I've learned, especially through being married, that there are things that you have to be able to slide into. There are things you have to be able to work with. Um, it doesn't mean that I agree. And for me, those are my facts. You can't always agree. It's not something that's always going to happen, but you can find a medium in there. It's called being able to compromise. Compromise is a big thing. It's a real big thing. Let's see. Joe Blazers. Let's see. Facts are often dismissed on account of feelings. They will roll with how they feel and not debate the facts that are really presented. And this is true. This is true. And again, it falls into that. People try to dismiss those facts. They try to override facts with their feelings because they feel a particular way that makes a fact wrong. That doesn't make a fact wrong. You can debate that all day long. You can go head to head all day long about it. But at the end of the day, what's factual is factual. You can be bent, you could be hurt, you could be upset, mad, whatever you want to call it. At the end of the day, if it's a fact, it's a fact. You can't fight that. I mean, well, you can, but at the end of the day, you're stuck with this fact. Doesn't change facts. It doesn't. It doesn't change facts at all. And we have to understand that. We have to know you can feel a particular way, and people can respect your feelings. And that's been said plenty of times out there. I respect how you feel about it. I really do. However, yeah, the however is there because at the end of the day, you need to register that there's a existing fact. You know, feelings are. I mean, we need to talk about feelings. There are plenty of them. Some are justified, some are not. But people like to use them. Some people do it on purpose. You will use facts to dismiss, you will use feelings to dismiss facts. Why? What is it going to accomplish? Because you're not going to erase the fact. You're not. You're not going to erase the fact that the cup is red. You're not going to erase that fact. So we spend a lot of time in our feelings. We spend a lot of time feeling negative about stuff. We spend a lot of time in our hurt feelings because, well, that's not how I feel about this fact. It's still a fact. And facts do not care about your feelings. They just don't. And that's not to be rude. That's not to be dismissive of your feelings. But it is what it is. Facts are facts. Feelings are feelings, and there's a slew of feelings out there. But you gotta do what you gotta do. And you've gotta be able to accept facts for what they are. You can express your feelings, but understand facts are what they are. Facts are what they are. When you get into relationships, that's where a lot of relationships tend to hit brick walls because everybody has their facts. Everybody has their feelings, and their feelings are facts to them. But nobody wants to talk about what the actual facts of the matter are. You know, if a woman says, "Okay, you hurt my feelings," again, going back to that, but if she says you've hurt my feelings when you did X, Y, and Z, well, did you do X, Y, and Z? If you did X, Y, and Z, that's factual. So at that point, what you do is you say, "Okay, listen, I'm sorry, I didn't realize X, Y, and Z," or you apologize even if you did it on purpose. It's just that. Okay, fine. But you're acknowledging the fact and you're reacting according to the fact. Now, if you come cockeyed because, well, I don't feel you should be doing it. I don't feel you should feel this kind of way about it. Now, my wife and I always said, well, we didn't always say, but we came to an understanding that feelings aren't wrong. The premise for those feelings can be wrong, but how you feel is valid because you're feeling that way based off of an instance, a moment in time where something happened, and you automatically re- feel a particular way about that. Like this is how you feel on the inside. So, okay, with that being the case, now you have feelings. Those can't be dismissed. And again, I keep going back to it. I'm not saying that feelings should be dismissed because there's a fact, but I am saying that we have agreed that feelings aren't wrong, but we also understand that there's a premise for those feelings, and that premise could be wrong, and there may be facts behind those premises or those things that have happened that you may have viewed wrong, and there may not be the facts to what what's going on. So there's a lot to that. There are feelings do a lot, and people tend to use feelings in a lot of different ways to achieve a lot of different things. Feelings are not wrong. They're not. You never lead with your feelings. You can't lead with your feelings. You can't. You cannot say your feelings because anybody who says that their feelings are always right, they're wrong. Off the cuff, they're wrong. Your feelings are not always right. Sometimes you feel things that you shouldn't feel. And I say that because again, the premise could be not what you think it is. You're getting upset because your boy is always on the phone, so you automatically are thinking, okay, he's got to be talking to a girl. So now you're mad. Those are your feelings. You're mad. Fact of the matter is, he was talking to a loan officer about getting a loan so he could get a house or a car. But you don't know that. You don't know the circumstance of the conversation. So you formed a feeling on it and an opinion, which leads into your feelings. Now, if what you were thinking was correct, then your feelings would be valid. But if you're not having communication before you decide to exercise your feelings, then the premise for your feelings are wrong, making your feelings against those facts wrong. But feelings are never, again, and I like to say that because I think deep, my wife and I, we think deep on feelings because we can both be sensitive when it comes to certain things. So we had to come to that understanding with each other that, feelings are not wrong because they're what you think at that moment. But is the reason for you feeling those feelings right? You know, and we have to look at the facts. And once you look at the facts, they null and void the feelings per se, because now you have no reason for those feelings if it was wrong. If you were mad about the phone calls, but the phone calls weren't what you thought they were, then you have no reason to be mad. So facts can nullify feelings. Feelings cannot nullify facts. And I brought it up because I brought this topic up because I run into this every day. I go to work, everybody's got feelings about something. Everybody's got watch the TV, watch the internet on my phone. And yes, everybody's got opinions. Everybody's got feelings on something. But what are the facts? Even Donald Trump has feelings on stuff. And it's like, dude, but the facts don't even don't even support your feelings. You're telling half truths or no truths at all. You're like, what are you doing? But yeah, we have to be careful when it comes to feelings. We have to be careful when it comes to how we use our feelings. And we have to understand that facts are facts. Facts don't care about your feelings. They don't. Even with the trans situation, like, okay, people have feelings on it. People have feelings, and it's like, okay, well, you have to acknowledge certain things. But what are the facts? What are the facts? And if you can't if you can't, not circumstance, but if you can't lean on facts for your case in the matter, you can't. Your feelings ain't gonna help you in this point. Like if the facts are the facts, it's not gonna matter whether or not you're mad, sad, happy, blue. It don't matter. It don't matter. I've had plenty of people get upset, and relationships have been ruined. Friendships have been ruined. Family relationships have been ruined because people go on their feelings. Yeah, I like to be a fact finder, a fact checker. I tend to lose. Sometimes I'm not quite right. I mess up. My wife will tell you I'm not perfect, but I have to acknowledge certain things. We need to get into the acknowledgement that we don't know everything. We're not right about everything, and there are some things that could be wrong in our thinking process, and we need to like reevaluate sometimes what our thought process is on things. Just because you feel something doesn't make it so. I know a couple people right now who they feel, I know a lot of people actually, especially at work, they feel like, okay, well, this is how I feel it should be. So it's wrong because it's not the way I feel it should be. Listen, at the end of the day, Your feelings don't matter in many instances. You just because you feel a particular way doesn't make it so. It doesn't make it so. What are the facts of the things? What makes you think that just because you feel a particular way, that's the way it's supposed to be? That's like putting yourself on a pedestal above everybody else. Like this, I don't feel this is right. Okay, but at the end of the day, what's your argument? What you don't because you don't feel that this policy is correct. You don't feel that's right. But if it's a law, that makes it a fact. It's a law. It could be right or wrong, but it's a law. But nonetheless, you still have to abide by it. Prohibition, people wanted to drink like crazy. They felt that that was wrong. Why should drinking be against the law? It's fun. It's what I like to do. I want to do it. I'm gonna keep doing it. Then when they break that law and they end up drinking and everything, then it became this isn't right. I haven't done anything wrong. Well, you were caught with a crate full of liquor. But liquor ain't bad. Liquor ain't bad. Now you're making an excuse for why liquor's not bad. But at the end of the day, they just arrested you with that crate of liquor because liquor is against the law. So you pretty much got caught out there, and you don't feel you should have been arrested. You don't feel that alcohol should be wrong. You don't feel that it should be against the law at all to have any type of liquor or any amount. They fought with this back in the day. Prohibition was real when alcohol was against the law. People were arrested and put in jail for it. It's not right. Okay, doesn't matter what you feel. Don't even matter what you think. At the end of the day, it's against the law, and you got caught out there. And at some point, we have to realize that things are what they are. There are certain ways to fight laws that you don't like. There are ways to fight certain truths um, when it comes to laws. But until then, if it's a law not to smoke, which it's not now, to a degree, like I still don't think they want you to grow your own because now they said, well, people are going to keep doing this. So what we're going to do is we're going to make it legal, but then we're going to tax it so that we get a piece of the pie. We did the same thing with alcohol. Started putting package stores on every corner. You know, there was a reason for it, but they did it. But again, before then, it was prohibition. Before then, alcohol was against the law. You couldn't just go and buy like 240s and drink them on the way down the street. Couldn't do it. If you were caught with alcohol, you were arrested. And that was a fact. That was a fact. When you break the law, it's a fact. So when you talk to me also about Camilla, putting people in, well, you broke the law. That's a fact. Regardless of how you feel about her putting people or prosecuting people, it doesn't matter. At the end of the day, that was her job. That's a fact. The fact of the matter is she did her job to the fullest because she was supposed to. That's a fact. The fact of the matter was, yes, she was black. She is black, but at the same time, she's a prosecutor trying to do the best of her job because guess what? In a world where blacks have struggled with jobs, she pushed to do the best that she could with her job. So we're gonna knock her for that, right? That's what we're gonna do. We're gonna knock her for that because, well, she's doing it to black people and she's supposed to be black. So I'm hating on her now. You sound stupid. The facts of the matter are she did her job. She did what she was supposed to do. Your feelings are bent. Your feelings are hurt. But guess what? The facts don't care about your feelings. You can do what you got to do. But at the end of the day, if you get caught out there, if it's a law and you broke it, that's a fact. If you didn't break a law, then you go to court, you fight it. Now, that's not to say, and I had this conversation with my sister earlier, it's not to say that, well, there are black people that got every black person that's ever been arrested, Hispanic person, even white people, everybody that's arrested has not done something wrong. You do have people that have been arrested and haven't done anything, didn't break the law. We have people that are still being released because they're being cleared of crimes that they were committed, that they were found guilty of. that they never did. Um, so I mean, that's not to say that everybody that's prosecuted is wrong, but if she prosecuted 100 people, you're not going to tell me that 70 to 80 people that she prosecuted were innocent, and she just put she put all them people away just because they were black, and just because she was trying to get a niche under her belt, she put 80 people away out of 100 that shouldn't have been put away. You upset because cousin Ronnie got locked up, and when he went before Camilla, the case prosecuted. Well, he was found guilty, so now you blame her. Fact of the matter is, cousin Ronnie was busy doing something he was supposed to do and got caught out there. That's a fact. Doesn't matter how you feel about it. Doesn't matter how you feel about it. Everybody has the right to their opinion. Everybody. Everybody has a right to freedom of choice. Everybody. Everybody has a right to their feelings. All I'm saying is feelings do not erase the facts at all. Like Diamond Butterfly said, only that she can only go by the facts that were given. She doesn't give the time. She doesn't find them guilty. She just prosecutes the case. That's the fact. That's her job. That was her job. Now, if she hadn't done her job, then people would have been talking about how this black woman was given an opportunity and didn't do anything with it. She didn't do her job like she was supposed to do. Her record for prosecutions was horrible. They'd be talking her down, but she did what she had to do. She did her job and she did it right, and now she's still being hit. So again, even in that instance, I say facts don't care about your feelings because guess what? You don't care about the facts. So I mean, at the end of the day, it is what it is. You think how you want, you feel how you want, but it's 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 a hard road to have to travel sometimes when you have to look at facts. It's not easy. We all have opinions, but the fact of the matter is, it's not gonna shoot freedom of speech. It's in the Constitution. That's a fact. So when people get upset because you say certain things, freedom of speech, and that's a big thing right now. That's huge. That's a debate, but the facts are the facts. The Constitution is what it is, which is a whole nother topic for a whole nother day. But the Constitution is what it is, and the fact of the matter is, this is what we chose to follow. You know what I mean? There's so many examples we could go through, but I'm not going to do that because that's going around the mulberry bush. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I was just making a point tonight of coming on and just letting you know what facts are versus feelings. And feelings are basically what you're feeling on the inside about a particular thing, person, place, you know, an attitude, whatever it is, you have feelings and you have a right to them. Just understand that they do not override facts. They do not override facts. Some feelings are real, and some feelings are very justified. Other feelings are not. What are your facts in the matter? Your facts have to. I mean, they're gonna make sense to you because you're thinking them up. You're feeling them. It's what you carry dear to you, and that's fine. You know, I can't. Again, I go back to saying if I'm feeling a particular way about something, that's me, and I have a right to feel that way. But I'm not somebody that wants what I'm thinking about to necessarily change simply because I don't like it and I have feelings on it. Sometimes it doesn't work that way based on the situation. So whatever you do with your situations, that's what you do with them. You know what I mean? But at the end of the day, just we need to stop with this, my feelings are superior. My feelings take rank over anything that's factual. Doesn't matter what the facts are. I don't care what the facts are. You can tell them till they're blue in the face. These are the facts. I don't care. I don't care. This is how I feel about this. I feel this way. I feel. Okay, it's nice to feel. But at the end of the day, the facts are not on your side. If it's a situation you can fix them, then fix them. Otherwise, stop pushing your agenda on somebody else like that's fact. What I don't like, can't stand, cannot stand it. Do not push your agenda on me. I'm a free flowing kind of guy, but don't put your agenda on me and say I gotta roll with it, I gotta ride with it, or else. If it's not a fact, then if you can't substantiate it by fact, if it's not fact based, then I'm not trying to hear it. I'm not trying. You can do what you want with it. That's fine. That's fine. Actually, I was saying that statement. I will hear it. I'll hear it. We'll discuss it. Whatever. But at the end of the day, what's factual to me is what I have to go by. What's factual? What I know to be fact. If it's fact, then I'll ride with that. If it's not fact, then we can have a conversation. You're entitled to your feelings, but facts don't care about your feelings. Facts don't care about your feelings. So if you come to me with an agenda and I bring up facts, facts are what I have. Facts are what I have. Bring up your facts. If you have facts, then bring them up. It's called a debate, by the way. Pushing an agenda on someone to get someone to accept your facts ain't cool. I reserve the right to either accept or reject your agenda. Exactly. Exactly. God gave us, I posted earlier this week, I said, God gave us freedom. What did I say? God gave us, we have the right to make our own choices. He gave freedom of choice. Thank you. That's our God given gift. Freedom of choice. God gave us that. One gift he gave us from the beginning. We have that now. Freedom of choice. But that does not mean that every choice that you make is correct. Just because you made the choice doesn't make it right. It don't make it right. Okay, and a lot of people, they make choices and they're like, okay, my choice is right. So this is what I want to do. This is what I'm gonna do. This is me. Okay, that's your choice. See, in the choices we make, those choices are between you and God. You and God. Not you, God, and me. Not you, God, and me. I didn't choose that. I didn't choose that. You did. I'm cool with you making your choices. But whatever choice you make, that's between you and God. So if you make a choice, then okay, talk to him. But when you come to me and you say, okay, I need you to validate my choice, I'm gonna validate it. You, I'll ride with you with your everyday life. We can be friends. We can hang. We can do whatever. But I'm not gonna validate. I'm not gonna flip things around. I'm not going to turn things over. I'm not going to change. I can if I want to, but then that becomes my choice. If I choose not to make that choice, if I choose not to ride with your choice, that's my choice. Does it make sense to you? That's my choice. If I choose not to ride, you feel you should be able to go out and rob from people and steal that because you don't have. You should be able to do that. I'll be like, you my boy and all, but that's not what you should be okay with that because that's what I feel like I should be able to do. No, 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 no. That's not what I do. That's not how I ride. That's your choice. So me and you, love you to death. But you gonna ride that one. You can ride that one on your own. I'm here for you. You need to talk. I'm here. You need some love. I'm here. But you do not take your agendas. You do not take your choices and then turn around and flip them for somebody else to take on too. Like you can't do that. Like some people be okay with that. Some people may not. I'm not one of them people. I'm not one of those people. Like I'll be your friend all day, but don't feel you can force me to conform to your choices because then If I don't, you're going to be mad. And I'm going to have to tell you, I'm going to have to tell you that facts don't care about feelings. And the fact of the matter is, in that instance, well, guess what? I have freedom of choice. I have freedom of speech, freedom of choice, and I can make my own choices. I'm not about to be told what I have to do. See, and that's a thing. And that's what people are doing, which spurred off this whole thing about facts not caring about feelings. And at the end of the day, a lot of people, if I have an opinion on something, it's my opinion. It doesn't make it fact, but I have an opinion. Now, if my opinion is backed up with fact, then I get to ride that and I can say that. Now, you can't, again, we established this earlier, you can't come to me and be like, well, my feelings override the facts, or my feelings are what they are, and they're more important than these facts. No, they're not. No, they're not. Not to me, anyway. Not to me. Um, so again, I have no problem with people having feelings. I don't. I'm gonna end this off because I definitely gotta get ready for work, and I definitely just wanted to make this a short little thought process thing here that I wanted to share with you all. I don't, it is what it is. Facts don't care about feelings. And if you feel they do, let me know. Hit me up, let me know. Tell me I feel like, this, is that, yeah. Uh, I'm going to tell you what, I'm going to tell you what I think the facts are. And you can roll with them or not. And I'm going to be that person that's going to be like, okay, well, do you. But I'm not going to sit back in the cut and, figure out how I can conform to the agenda that you have, because I'm not doing that. I can't do that. That's not my makeup. I was taught from a young age to be my own person. I have the imagination I have because I'm my own person. I do me because I have my own opinions. I have my own beliefs. Um, and I can go, I can talk to somebody who has different beliefs, and that's a different thing. Like, okay, I feel that X, Y, and Z. If I don't have any proof, all I can say is I feel it. Feelings aren't wrong until you try to fight them with facts. And if the facts say otherwise, you left in left field. You're left out there in left field. You should be able to respect everybody's point of view, but fact is fact. I can respect how you feel. Exactly, Diane. Can expect, can respect rather how you feel, and that's the thing. I like for me, I can respect your feelings, your opinions, your drive towards your agenda. I can even respect your agenda, but I can't respect when it's forced on somebody else and it goes against somebody else's truths, or it goes against somebody else's facts. Then I have a problem with that. I have a problem with that. And if you can't tell me, if you can't show me where the facts say otherwise, then I can't get with that agenda. I said it before. It is illogical to go against facts. It's illogical. What am I going to do? Facts are facts. Just like Dawkins said, facts are facts. They are what they are. So I'm not going to be the one to go against facts. If I get hit with facts, I'm like, nothing I can say to that. Facts are facts. I'll ride with that. That's fine. I might have to change my mindset because facts are facts. But if you can't come to me with facts, coming to me with your feelings. Feelings don't have facts. Your feelings don't have facts to them. I'm gonna ride the fact train. I don't have a choice. Even if I don't like those facts, they're still facts. Respect you all day long. Respect facts as well. That's just my opinion. That's where I go. That's how I roll. But yeah, I just wanted to touch base with y'all on that real quick because I found it very interesting. I have a lot of other deep thoughts, but I didn't want to take it too deep. I didn't want to go too far with it because I'm limiting my time. Like I said, a brother got to get some sleep, got to get some rest, and get geared up for work. I'm on my feet 11 hours, so and that's a fact. My job, well, the fact is I'm on my feet for 10 hours, but I'm at work for 11. So yeah, I need my rest. I need my time. I need to gear the mental and the physical. So, and in some instances, I gotta gear the emotional because there's so much that goes on in the course of a day. Um, but I will be back on a steady program, hitting things up, hitting up topics. We'll be getting back into the swing of things. Um, Make sure you tune in to Trailblazers Radio so that you can get a host of other programs that are on that are enriching to life they're going to help you in some instances with some of the things you may be going through. You're going to hear things from other people that may be going through the same thing. You might need to hear about some facts that you didn't know. You never know. You know, I will be coming back on soon, with my wife, and we will be doing sofa chats. We have so many things to talk about, so many things to hit, so many guests to have on. So we'll be getting back into the swing of things. Like I said, uh, life tends to hit curveballs at you, so you gotta be ready. You gotta do what you can do. Uh, but we'll be back at you. Be every Wednesday. Be back at you, trying to do what we do. And if it's not sofa chats, then it'll be to the point with T.WADE. So by all means, tune back in every Wednesday at 8. And if there's a time change, we'll let you know. But in the meantime, in between time, I'm going to go get my beauty sleep. And I hope and pray that you have a beautiful night. And I hope to see you soon, soon. In the meantime, between time, stay peaceful.